All right, there's a long tweet here that I was going to go ahead and have you guys look at very briefly. I'm not going to read everything because a lot of it is kind of faultily assumed. KMed user said, hot take, the Rogue Xbox Ally isn't really an Xbox. And that's a problem. Okay, that's a very interesting claim. Why do you say so, KMed? They said, let's get something straight. The Asus Rogue Xbox Ally is a beast of a handheld. It's portable, powerful, and flexible. But despite the marketing partnership and prominent, in quote, Xbox branding, calling it an Xbox feels misleading. All right, can we put our feelings aside for a little bit? And let's just go with let's go with the reality of what we have. I think this should inform the way we are actually talking about this particular device. But let's move on. They said, here's why that matters. They said, number one, no true Xbox OS. Now, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, anybody who's telling you that a device is not an Xbox or it's not a specific console because it doesn't have a specific OS is absolutely just saying some of the craziest stuff I've ever heard. You know what's crazy is that this user that wrote this particular post actually claims that they have a Asus Rogue Ally X. They even mentioned it in one of their comments here, saying maybe they should just go ahead and sell that, Rogue Ally and buy this one because it has better hardware. Of which, if he looked at the back of the box of his Rogue Ally, he'd realize that that's an Asus console and it's using Windows. If Xbox comes in and says, hey, we want this thing to be an Xbox, work with us in design, help us manufacture the hardware like we do with AMD and everybody else, and we want to call it an Xbox and use our own operating system called Windows, which is a full version of the, I would say, cut down version which they're using on the traditional Xbox consoles, then it's their rights to do so, and it's their design prerogative to go that direction. So saying no true Xbox operating system is like you saying, I don't feel like I'm enslaved in this locked ecosystem, so I don't feel like this experience can ever be categorized by the person who locked me in this ecosystem in the first place as an Xbox. That's literally what you just said. The Xbox OS is as locked as can be. It's literally putting a front-facing UI and a front-facing paradigm in front of you that's running on the foundation of Windows. And now Xbox wants to unlock Windows to you, and you're saying, well, that's not really an Xbox. The Rogue Ally X runs Windows, not the operating system, not the Xbox operating system. My brother, I assume that you're, your brethren, a gamer, fellow gamer. What do you think Xbox OS runs off of? What do you think Xbox's OS is built and runs off? What do you think it is? Because people in your comment section are actually trying to tell you, and you have not replied any of them. You literally have ignored them. Read the comments in your post. You posted it. You opened up the floor for engagement. Learn something. Come on. And I'm sure you know this. You know what's crazy is that, let me not say I'm sure. I have a high level of certainty that you actually know this. But you decided to actually wave your head rigorously to throw that thinking away so that you could write this. Do you know how much work it took you to just claw these, words together, knowing that this talk of no true Xbox OS is absolutely wild. Wild. You said that means no seamless console experience. No quick resume. So are we going to now use quick resume as a classification for what an Xbox console should be? Because if we use that, then it would not be, an Xbox 360 would not be a console. Again, and no consistent UI or dashboard. Really? So the UI and the dashboard that you only get to deal with on the Xbox console, which is a limited experience, is what you claim to be an Xbox? Perhaps you probably need to broaden your horizons. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. You're basically running the PC version of games when they work. You've used this device already? Interesting. We've yet to see this new launcher. Okay, so you haven't. Okay, so I can move on. Game Pass is not equal to game compatibility. Yes, it includes Xbox Game Pass, but not all titles run well or at all. Which titles have you tried to run on the Xbox's app that hasn't run well using the Xbox Ally X? Which game have you tried? Because if we were to go with your former statement, we've yet to see this. I can move on because this is just not, relevant. You said no disc or native cartridge support like the Series S or X or even a retro handheld. There's no physical media input. Every game you want to play needs to be downloaded, installed, and PC compatible. Can we just pretend like you didn't say this? It's gotta be the craziest thing because bro just said Series S. I'm sorry. Tweaker's Paradise, not plug and play. The Rogue Xbox Ally is awesome for tinkerers, but casual players looking for the pickup and play magic of a real Xbox might feel out of place. Have you used the Xbox Ally X yet? This man is making an entire GPT thing on something he's never touched before. Talking about drivers, launchers, and updates. Like a PlayStation does not do it, or an Xbox does not do the same updates and driver updates that these people are all talking about. Branding and confusion. Man, if I keep reading, I don't know what's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I want Microsoft to take PC, wield it, and tear through all of these paradigms that console has basically been force-feeding its users so that they will realize that actually you've been getting cheated in many regards playing on a console. That's what I want. It's what I've always wanted. And now I have a $3 trillion company accomplishing my evil plan. I mean, really? This guy has never touched Steam before? This guy doesn't really know that Steam pretty much puts you in a position where you have a Steam Deck, right? You have basically the desktop mode and the front layer mode. And what's crazy is this person claims that they have, I was shocked. They have a Rogue Ally X, and they use that. I might as well sell my Rogue Ally X and pick up this one since the specs are going to be better. Then what are you talking about? You don't even have this device that you've already made all these claims for. What? This device is going to rock. It's a PC. Yes, it's a console, handheld PC console. And that's the point, that Xbox gamers are now going to get a taste of the ultimate machine. If you don't like it, stick with the old Xbox paradigm. I mean, that's the thing. Xbox is giving options. You can take the traditional Series X and Series S, and you can rock with it. If you think Xbox is going to go make a handheld and limit that handheld, if they were even to make an Xbox handheld, then you're joking. Because why would they want to do that? Now, I don't know. They may do it, but it will be silly in my opinion, because they've already opened Pandora's box and are giving people who are going to adopt this device, yourself included, the ability to be able to enjoy, or at least the perception that they're going to be able to enjoy something new, which PC gamers have been enjoying forever, and trying to tell them. And so buckle up, people. The ride is about to get super exciting and somewhat bumpy. Talk to me in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Peace out.